Dude, are they prepping? Are they prepping for Fnatic? This is what I said they needed to do. They watch my summaries.
Absolutely,
What's
I
going
agree.
on
I think
there?
this is the go-to now. Obviously, EG have demonstrated elsewhere that they're happy to play around with the meta a little bit and bring a little bit of cheese, a little bit of something different. But this, to me, feels like something that's going to stabilize.
This is good for them. They might be using this as just a training ground for this.
This works so well because PRX puts a lot of emphasis on going for those fast fights for a lobby. Leaving that space early and re-clearing with a Viper wall works so well.
One of the things that I need to see right at the start of this is going to be Jing on that race. He needs to have impact. We saw that from him for CDG, those blast pack entries, but EG's been looking good to shut him down so far.
Well, we're ready for map number 2, which means
Hokri with the Prime as well. Hokri CA with the Prime. Thank you so much. 5 months. Appreciate it. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for the 5 months. And Ahsoka 812 as well. Hopefully I said that right with the Prime. Thanks so much, dude. Welcome in. Thank you so much, you two. Welcome.
Probably to stabilize some of the more one-sided affairs on some of the halves of this map. But
definitely agree.
Tell you more about the summaries. Yeah, I won't miss an opportunity to self-promote.
You don't know how long they've been cooking something like this. It's not a brand new comp that they've invented. They have other teams that they can look at how the Viper.
I think this is a good sign for EG. I wonder if they are. Trying some stuff here. Trying to get a rep under their belt if they do play Fnatic, because this is the comp that they have to
come through those walls where you get the decay damage.
This is interesting.
Hit the snake bites where they're going to get vulnerable.
I like it.
And Com's got experience playing this agent too.
Okay, EG on defense, PRX on attack. So what did they have before? They had a breach, right? Comp played breach instead of Viper.
As well onto the extremities, but only Forsaken to contain some of it. Dragging over to Jiggle Peak. There's no way he's gone for this many shots and repeated attempts at that. Goodness me,
Corsair as well with the Prime 3 months. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you for the 3 months. Thanks for using a Prime on me. It's only 2 people here. The overwhelm might work well.
Combined with the Boombot. All being utilized together here. Couple of detonations, but the nanoswarm delays them.
Oh my god, this Omen flash is going to bang.
Paranoia used in response to it. Cage cuts them up though on well, KG. They managed to swarm it.
Dude, Fusio's wild. He really sent it. Okay, nicely done.
But that's a little bit too much to overcome even for him. So, half of the course, pistol round. Gained in 1 for EG.
Boostio does actually W gaming back to him.
They flood in, buying time with that single nanoswarm that Boostio had given them.
Homsa with the 5 months as well. Thank you so much, Homsa. Homsa 315. No way, what is that though? Dude, Mind Freak can't trade it because he's. The Omen flash actually went pretty hard here.
The right click, 2 right clicks. 1 left click.
I believe it's like
the faster fire rate, right? With a classic.
I think the idea is you put out as much DPS as possible, but a joke I'm sure to do with him trying to teach somebody else on the team how to use the classic most effectively.
Okay. Deep push position.
Right, let's see what they can do. They're up against 1 Sheriff.
Just with his
on the Vi.
Even the wingman, that's a flash repeat, but
God,
he almost pays for it.
That is a lot of damage. You went down to 5, I think.
They're getting their money's worth out of Ethan's heal, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's 2 rounds in a row.
Trailblazer's now going to be used around.
That's so good. See how it just spins really early on here, so they all come up on the minimap.
And this looks like Boostio is going to dive through the door if it's a C hit.
It's going to be slow going now. They're already
why is this Omen flash hitting 5 people the round before and 4 people this round?
Right clicks doing some form of work.
Mate, how many assists has he got?
Into the back of the side, but Ethan's covering the back angle along with Boostio. Is that slow siege and squeeze?
Okay, nice round again. They only lose 1 gun into this.
I also want to draw your attention to the fact that Com is using Nat's Viper Orb setup on C, which is so lovely for Flood defending the C site. Instead of trying to hard anchor it with a turret and nanoswarms and snake bites, instead it allows people from waterfall to run into C and help the players that are anchoring.
3rd round.
So this clearly not just been thrown together on the fly. Of course, with everything.
Yeah, I think they spend a lot of time on this, and I think this is a smart move from EG. They spend a lot of time, and they kind of it's the 2 birds, 1 stone thing, right? Where it's just like this is going to be good against PRX, and this is also the comp that you have to use to beat Fnatic. So they prepped this heavy in the time off, and it's kind of like they knew it was going to be here, and they know it's going to be against Fnatic.
Poking and prodding. The rest of EG are exploring deep into mid here. Forsaken was the one who's left to really contain that. A deeper push through. The A side's going to be gained.
It's a very good approach. It's smart.
Up towards the deeper angles again. Back pit. Another fight
See?
taken. Forsaken so low.
I was going to say he's going to see his gun here. Right?
Still Boostio. Lay it down. Going to be able to finally take him out. Yes, they are.
Almost. Okay, nice and clean. What anymore?
Able to take down Jorgmo, and it's only
Wait, if it's going to go do damage though, right?
Jin got the ult one way or another, and the rest of PRX having a very clean round. EG not able to win the bonus of both pistols that they've had in this match.
Why didn't they use this comp versus Fnatic in the first matchup? They probably just didn't have any reps. Like they're probably a team that wants to have reps behind stuff. They're like a very methodical team that relies on like a lot of team play, a lot of set strats, a lot of like ult rounds, etc. So that's why I imagine in the 2 days they just heavy prepped.
My eyes are going to be on Jin for the next round. That player, because he's got Showstopper to try and open something up, and it's so much more difficult.
Right, instead of doing damage, he saves the Bulldog, even though they combine to next round. So that's interesting.
You want to be running away, not towards it. It opens up many different avenues around the map.
He had 50 shield as well. Okay.
Take a glance bottom left. Demon 1 picking up the AWP, Com with an Odin.
Did I have a good 2-day rest? Yeah, I did. I kind of, dude, you know what? When I'm like get into the rhythm of this, I feel a little bit lost when there's like days off. I don't know what to do. Like I like doing this.
Towards rubble and ruins. Just the satchels at work, and it's easy to clear the way out. There's going to be the door.
Just waiting, yeah, pretty much.
Within 10 seconds.
Okay, we're trying to stack up some fish ults. They tapped the spike. They no way. How did he not? How did he get this kill?
But there goes the ult.
Yeah, ult going to be missing. Trailblazer to set this one up as well. Spamming right down that angle. Com almost collecting a kill.
This is a weird round at the moment.
Space onto the side with Boostio falling.
Did he?
That util is faded. Ethan, he knows he's being pushed. Page in his face. Forsaken just trying to get out of there.
Okay, now they get the plant in. The main person that we have to watch out for is Mind Freak. We're going to see an Omen v Omen duel. Now, honestly, whoever wins this has the advantage. Like if Mind Freak gets this, I think it's done.
The rest of his team puts the squeeze on. Mind Freak.
Let's test it. Oh my goodness, what the hell happened there? Okay, wasn't okay, a little bit too convincing, if anything. Nicely done from PRX. Everyone from EG apart from Ethan has to eco, and we should have a low buy. That should be okay. We have a chance for PRX to get another round on the board, maybe stack up some econ, but we've seen how these go.
As soon as Boostio dies early,
we've seen these before.
But the second, it just opens the door to B. They can't play B retake very well because Demon 1's got an operator on board. And they're kind of relying on those nanoswarms to keep back the horde of PRX.
Ethan doesn't buy something into this, so most likely saving for an op.
Heavy buy, and now they're seeking a clash and a skirmish now. This time trying to
Jin
put
is
the hurt
tanking
on a
him away.
team that has just been taking this space for free. PRX meet a match in one capacity. CGRS falling, but it is again evened out.
Honestly,
shown even more, just right past the Viper
felt
wall.
like he was a little bit slow with the wall up.
Combined with a neural theft,
Wait.
Demon 1 up in the air. Skipping right around the side, his position was popped out from the neural theft.
Oh bro, you got no, you got the only gun. You're so good though. What the hell? You're actually so good. Against an eco could give them a gun, but just just the sickest aim.
PRX picking this map for a reason.
Sure, man. You do you. Tell you what though, getting his ult back pretty fast with this one.
Really got swinging. And if you wanted a warm-up map, if you felt
that aim
like
looks crazy.
your team needed a little bit of time to warm up on stage, what better map than Fracture, where EG are favored anyway?
Okay, we get the Odin back out. We have the op that we're talking about. It's just a massive round in terms of the ults. Boostio.
Players matching him though. That's a satchel play and a peek from Demon 1. He does land it. Jorgmo fully blinded up, jumping into the wall like a broken AI.
Dude, Jin is crazy. Oh my god, they're all crazy, dude. I can't believe some of the stuff I'm watching. No one plays like this.
Left standing here for PRX. Boostio, the time for the smoke. He's facing the opposite way.
Boostio, man.
Flash time and potentially hearing that util
dude, Boostio is trying to match their level of craziness.
The wall here, Com. Someone's getting punished
That's
for
incredible,
it,
bro.
realizing he has to save it. A full investment once more. Can't go another round where you just
Oh
lose
my
all your guns.
goodness.
And PRX are punishing EG for going for these early pieces of aggression. Potter talked about how important it was that they just allowed PRX to play the game into them.
That was
And
incredible.
it feels like at the start of these rounds,
That was
EG
incredible.
are trying to make something happen. Round 1 and 2, Jorgamo was peeking out into C Mound and getting slightly punished, small amounts of damage, but not giving away a kill. There, he tries to do the same kind of thing to set up Demon 1 with the operator, but got full flash and just ended up walking into a wall. I know the EG guys were talking about Nats looking like a Yoru clone in one of their games. It can happen to anybody, I promise you.
Jesus.
Zero M was truly doing the
Exilla or
most
something.
here.
Exilla with the
Trying to
Prime,
stop
2
all
months.
the
Thank you, bro.
aggression that's coming
Appreciate your
from
support.
nasty kills, but yeah, just couldn't quite
why is Nats just catching us straight?
Double Yoru clone.
God damn, dude.
PRX here. 4-2.
He's always he's always got to get the liquid flames in there, doesn't he? It's outrageous of it. Okay, safe gun coming in. We got a
Ultimate that they can
stinger.
get massive amounts of value out of, and one
some
that
sheriffs.
most teams will not have anything prepared to deal with.
Just the one snake bite launched. Sailed all the way through. Come on the double doors. Is he waiting for an orb tap? There it is. Gonna track it all over the place, almost claiming a kill here as the door rotates open.
Well, they found the gun at least.
There's no
Oh god, they're going for him.
Already players, though,
That's what they're
in
talking
his
about.
face,
W
right
him more.
up in the open with the flash. It
We
sets
need
up
more
Divine
aggression.
nicely for
And honestly,
a little two-piece thresh from the back. Seeker's going to be earned. Ethan already, though, has taken up the front
Holy hell.
section of the
okay, that's a
entirety of the site. Yeah,
big
okay,
kill
well
though. That's actually a big kill. They get a gun, they have an ult, and it's
Lucio
a
got a rifle,
2v3, and
Mindfreak wants
the
to take this
HP's
fight.
relatively low, and there's 2 1-on-1s
PRX have
right
still
now.
got to be careful not to throw
Yeah,
it away.
they're shot.
Shutting down an approach from the extremity. They know what
The thing with watching this team,
good util from Jing.
there's so many things which I'm just like, damn, that's too much. But they
So,
get the kill,
PRX
and then it
combining,
happens so many
chaining their
times that
ultimates
they're
to be
just
able to
like,
get another on
you
the
just got to
board.
be like,
5
yeah,
in a
man, like
row
you
right
actually,
now. EG with only
you
the
get
pistol
away,
and the
like
follow-up.
they win way more rounds
Once more
than they lose
catching
from like
EG's
their
players
over-peaking
flash.
styles. So you do
Obviously,
just literally
Com's
have to
going
let
for
them
something
go.
there.
You gotta
Getting
let
a
them
lot of
fly.
value out of the Odin still. But they're not quick enough to be able to disengage from the aggression of PRX.
The aim is just better, yeah,
Think
pretty
back to what
much.
Coach Alex was
The aim
saying.
is
We
better
either need to run away from their
a lot of the
utility or
time,
run past it, run
and
through it. At the moment,
they
PRX
just
have
don't. You
increased
just
the
don't
tempo
expect
and
it.
gone forwards.
Like in terms of the people that you're pracking, and when
They're
they're giving
running
you like
into
full
Demon
respect
1's
and stuff, they
operator in
don't
order
do
to
this.
punish it. They're running into Com's Odin in order to
So
get the
it
punish
can be a nightmare to
See
play
the
against.
uncertainty just in the way that EG are playing. Like you said, you know, the players are getting caught with these weird, quirky timings. They don't quite know when to retreat and back away when the util comes through.
Too late for a 13-0, I'm afraid. But the momentum's good for it to be one-sided in the opposite direction to map 1. Here's something I've noticed too. Since adding the Viper into this composition, EG haven't actually been going for any large rubble control plays. They're not trying to throw snake bites early to stop PRX from gaining that area of the map. Maybe they've just decided it's too much to deal with the flash dizzy combos and mosh pit being thrown out. PRX do have
The
a
Gecko?
lot of
I don't think the
utility to
Gecko
just
adds too much,
unload
man.
all at once.
I kind of like the Gecko on
They're
bind,
gonna go
obviously,
for
the
it
stuff they
again.
do on
I mean,
bind.
here's PRX
But
once more.
in terms of a lot
Flash
of this,
dizzy
it's
combo,
like
mosh pit, this kind of stuff.
Yep.
To be able to
CGRS is
take
great
aim
on him.
early.
Like the util's
Working.
good. But I never, when I watch a Gecko, I never go like,
Gonna switch it up.
yep, this looks
Jing's
better
been
than
able
this
to
agent.
sprint over to
Like I've
the
never
A door
really
within
thought of
5
that.
to
It
10 seconds.
just
Nothing to
doesn't
stop it.
feel
Gauge,
like a
flash.
thing. But his util's good.
Cuts up the
But I
angle,
never come out of
Seeker.
it and be like,
Look,
man,
now they're using
Gecko
even
looked
less
incredible.
utility
Like the
because they
ult
know that
sometimes,
EG
to be
aren't
fair.
contesting it.
But
Cam deep, Boosters tag Paranoia. They want to chase down this kill. Forsaken is eager for it. Already, what a shot.
Jesus, man.
Reaction to that one. Adjustments.
You do not want to get tagged by
movements of the mouse.
anything against this team. Holy hell.
To give him the kill.
That's
Con.
wild.
He's left to try and hold back. Again, this unrelenting pressure.
The camera is just a nightmare because you have to stand still to take the thing out of you. So it's just like, well,
Opens up. Trailblazer through along with a showstopper. Vulnerable up. Okay,
surely
cool.
not
Deals with the
though.
first piece, but already
Like,
into
where's
the
the
side, out
line,
wide.
bro?
Mindfreak wins his fight. Ethan towards the back,
Ooh,
and he has claimed two.
massive.
Brought them down to their knees. Blinded up though, Jorgamo. He's opened up wide, and this is an adjustment made still. The spike is out in the open.
And
Has to be
Ethan knows it.
reclaimed. Yeah. He's given up the space. Playing to give it out.
Did he throw it across?
Near the top of the plant.
Spike planted.
No Theft back online. That's Forsaken again doing damage and doing work. It's going to be spotting out these players. So they want to go for a play here. Devi, he's close to the flash. He backs away. Playing together now. Knowing that they doubled up. Dashed. Breaks up.
It's a great reposition from him.
Placements and sight lines. They know that Forsaken's up onto Heaven and they pick the timings just well enough, but maybe Demon 1 can do something with this.
Damn, okay, nicely done. Great reposition. 3v2 managed to win this one up. They did great. Devi flash through smoke was perfect. Huge round.
The one to shut that down before it really gets messy.
And he made the hero play too, hiding inside the smoke, gets a pop flash out in order to make that round back in their favor. Bit of a missed input there from Jing.
Jing really sent it, man.
From being able to shoot the showstopper and offered Ethan a chance to win the round.
Did he Q when he had it?
The sky on the other side.
Bro, Jing keeps doing that. It's twice now. He did it on split, right?
Adios. Got a feeling. No breaks in the play, no pauses here.
Fast.
Fast. Replay with the first 5 seconds already
this.
some action. It's the mound control.
Once again, fast take. Did they just force through this once the... I tell you what, they will just burn out the util instantly. Oh my goodness. They put the Omen flash into this. There's a molly down. That's so funny, bro. They heavy rotate because they just know this team is so crazy that they're probably going to push through a molly. Bro, they're eco guys. Surely don't give them the guns.
Have to hold down that mound control. There's no attempt to the flank, but the lockdown is in play.
They can't.
Do they have anything
This
to break
team
this
is
one? It
just
doesn't
insane.
look likely. Have to give it up. Can't play this
It's
one
not
together.
a good plant. EG have a very good chance to just insta-stick this.
The positioning now of these players, it should be more predictable. Smoke onto the defuse. Boostio should be granted half. Mindfreak has found the first. Half onto the defuse. Time has been bought.
It's incredible timing. Action, incredible timing.
PRX was 7, Josh. 7-2 being that scoreline. This is so damn one-sided.
EG just can't hold on. All of the close rounds, all of the close moments.
For God's sake, man. Who is that?
This time, CGRS with only his second kill of the map, being able to find the timing past Demon 1, who was instructed to keep providing those cloudburst covers for the player on the defuse.
That's so funny.
PRX keep having an individual that makes the difference.
I did say a few minutes ago, yeah, I feel like it was last round.
To play the defense. They can't find a feel for the tempo.
They got it spot on.
Punished early.
This is what I'm telling you, I'm getting too predictable.
Swapping around the composition, bit last minute. Going to be hurting for that practice, that scrim time here. Forsaken seeking to again disrespect, just drag the util out of them. But
famous in Japan, dude. I see some people quoting me, but I have no idea. I needed someone to translate it. Someone did a video about me, and I have no idea what it was about.
He's going to be so aggressive on the lurk in these kind of situations.
There's a video in Japan about me.
Hyper aggressive too. There was pressure towards A and C.
So all I saw was like my picture on the my picture on the thumbnail. No idea if they're flaming me or not.
Your smokes.
Lambot notifying them.
Oi, that's a nice nade to fish him out.
We've seen once before. Demon 1. He's going to do so much here. Showstopper from Jing out into the open. Misses the rocket wide. CGRS. Plan from the wingman. Dodging of the flash towards the back of the side. He's claimed the first.
He doesn't win this though, right?
Oh, jeez.
Is it pre-fire?
Almost a pre-fire. It was that quick.
Yeah, it felt like it was a pre-fire.
So EG finally get their first gun round on the board. A reminder that
why is it, me and Sideshow are like linked today, I swear.
Gun rounds in map 1. And now it's flipped on its head. It's still worrying for EG how they're holding on to door control. Mindfreak going for an over-aggressive play in B, realizing that they were relying on the Killjoy utility, just TP's
he's fast with it.
Gets caught by Demon 1. But I'm still not content with how EG are playing the breakable door control. So often Jing is just throwing one nade into there, flushing a player out and getting a kill.
Official.
It's always Boostio.
There's got to be adjustments. And Boostio is going to drop back to play C. Hard anchoring that spot.
2 rounds left and a half, 2 more chances.
Yeah, it never really worked well for Nuggets walking into Viper. I've seen it though.
And this one's a major tool. It is so difficult to deal with, especially on a map like Lotus, where there's 3 sites and you tend to be more split up. Good luck spraying that shark down.
200 HP. difficult target to chew through. To pause in a play once more.
Man, it's weird. I really like EG on this map when they push close.
It's the name of the game.
But they never push close.
One-way smoke, but now eventually with the util brought back online, here's a nade over the top with the showstopper.
Oh my god, where are we?
To take up all of that space and ground. Jorgamo was trying to TP onto the high ground to see if he can get a bit of a punish, but a bit of a whiff. And spike has been planted, so into the post plan we go with PRX. Couple of layers to it. Jing's going to be the first one to receive, and well, look at that, shut down immediately.
He looks so sharp.
Towards the back of the site, can they remove him? They can indeed, but they have so much more to get through. Towards the connector, Bustio's doing a decent job of things. He's already found his way onto the site, into the connector.
Bustio's just going for it. He's defused it.
Sticking it through. Bustio, he
Oh
will be
my
denied.
god.
EG.
Give me a replay of him. How has he managed this one? Jorgamo puts a smoke down so he can insta-defuse it. It's probably not the best plant, really. Who planted, chat? Dude, bro.
Yeah, EG were retaken with 4 players coming from drop. Bustio with a major 2K. Caught off screen.
Little dude, bro. Man, you can't trust this guy. This guy is too... like, this guy's outrageous, man. Look where he's planting.
And then just drops down, deletes CGRS. Gets on the defuse.
Dude's around the
It's not the
corner.
greatest plant in the world. Wingman taking that into a bit of a difficult spot. Same defensive setup.
Yeah, that early Odin spam on the attack side. You can
That's
see that line of sight.
devastating.
Fire rate as well. Demon One's dropped down. Has to return back for the heal. Can't play the early aggressive angle here. Now
Okay, fish all with 3 people on site. Nah, this is getting shot. Surely, there's too many people here. Any util to follow this up?
Away to try and take this side up, but already lots of players grouped up. EG.
There's so many people here. Omen Flash is incredible.
Good paranoia. Cuts its way across, no kill to be claimed. Spike
These
still
two bros
planted
got a better
again.
plant in this time. Oh, insta-touch to make him panic. That's nice.
In his face, Com. Well, he's grounded it. Near side, it does not matter. Judge in hand. Shotguns versus shotgun.
Devi's like playing against the judge like he's got a judge.
Needs to be a fight taken. Good trade, but Demon One is instantly there. He's low though. Has to back away. Someone has to get on his defuse. It's Ethan facing away.
Nah, man, the ping's just way to the right. I'm telling you. Dude, bro is losing him some with this plant.
Respectable finish to the round. Still down.
It's never in the corner. Honestly, EG did great recovery from him.
Yeah,
Great
EG have
recovery.
somehow saved this one. Ridiculous fashion these final 3 rounds. The Seeker caught Com inside the smoke. And yet, there's no way Jing is expecting him to still be in there, pushing forwards with a judge. PRX taken off guard in the final couple by a defensive change-up in the setup. Now we head into the next half, and it's actually fairly even. Yeah. Probably shouldn't be.
5 is insane. 5's definitely good. You'll be happy with 5 for sure.
Thank you very much, guys. I'm joined by Benkai here. Now, Benkai, you've been here with this team before international tournaments. The first half, the first map, not the best, but this half has been a lot better. So talk me through what you made of this half.
I think we just caught EG really well with like the pace that we had at the start, and our aggressiveness. It just feels like we've been pretty much doing the same thing, and it just seems to work. So they're just gonna run with that throughout the whole map, I think.
Now for EG, they've never made a grand finals at an international tournament before, but you guys have. So what do you think that your boys need to do in this best of 5 to make sure that they do make another final?
I think they just need to keep their spirits and their moods high, because the way that we made the finals last year in Copenhagen was we just had a really good mood and everyone was feeling really confident, which does seem like they're having the time of their lives right now, like no matter what the score is. So I'm not really that worried about them not taking the map.
And lastly, very quickly, obviously you used the IGL on the team, and now we're hearing the system is a little bit different. Would you be able to explain some of what's happening in the team right now in terms of the IGLing situation?
It sort of is everybody contributing at the same time, so each person will have their own input, like, oh, they are doing this at the start of the round, what can we do to prevent that from happening? And then they'll just form a plan around it together. So it's sort of like 5 people contributing together to make one round.
Wow, yeah. I mean, it's working right now, so thank you very much for joining me, Benkai. He's confident, so I'm confident as well. What about you, Sideshow and Bren?
All right.
5
IGLs.
I mean, that's the one thing we have learned about this PRX squad, you know, especially
All
with them
5
now
of them.
dishing out this kind of IGLing duties across a lot of these players, 5 players, you know, coming up, formulating a plan. If the mood does get sour, it can put a bit of a dampener as well in terms of the comms and who's contributing to it.
If you wanted a team, though, to keep their spirits up, you'd be looking at PRX. I feel like they've done so much work for that. It's something that Alex has really pushed for them as well. They know
they would,
need to
dude.
keep spirits
They would
high,
love
and
to get a
I think
pistol.
that's actually something
Honestly,
that
think if EG
CPRX
gets
has been
pistol,
great
it's
at.
probably done.
Another
But
pistol.
we'll see.
They went 1 for 1 on map 1.
Actually, yeah, I guess they haven't played with the Viper much. We'll see.
It could be.
Are they just going to try and
all
play
the
like, the
difference
Viper like
made
FNS?
with this
Just lock
round.
out A all the time.
Potential for EG to drag it even. PRX though, they'd love to have a chance and an answer back here.
Come on,
Cam's
guys.
gonna be spotting them.
We've used this camera before. Someone's got to check it.
The middle as well. Nade being used, Dizzy in their face. Nobody can see a bloody thing.
Oh my
Somehow,
God, where are we?
Mindfreaker
Everyone
comes
8
out
flashes.
with the kill. Lots of damage being done. An attempt now and a call to flood right back out of this one. Com joining
Man, look at these
the
trades.
rest of his team. Got this crossfire set up. Mindfreak has opened up the door, and inside the smoke he has hunted out and sniffed out. Ethan is there. Wingman to the side, seeking the defuse.
Bro, Wingman's a nightmare sometimes. Fair play. That was sick. Okay, that was actually sick.
PRX steal away that one. Pistol round is theirs.
He made up. He
It's
made up for the
rare
bad
you see
plant.
Lil
We'll let him
Bro
off.
win a
He's back to
round,
even.
But that puts so much pressure on Demon 1. Usually he's in a spot there where he can try and play. He knows that he's going to be able to isolate a 1v1. This round, CGRS combos the Dizzy with the flash.
He heard me talking about
excellently
him.
to put pressure on people as the plant is
Right,
going
he
down.
messed up some rounds. That's all I'm saying. He's
Then he's
got
picking up
to
kills,
step up, and this was a
and
good
he
start.
makes things almost impossible for Demon 1 to win the clutch. I've been so impressed with how PRX has taken an agent that is seeing almost no playtime in competitive Valorant and pushing it right to the top. They're making a tournament run with a Gecko 1 trick.
Yep.
This is absurd.
I mean, they're the kings of it. Let's be honest. They're making Reyna look unbelievable as well.
Teams experiment. To me, that's one of the wildest parts. We saw teams try to run the Gecko and they failed.
Yeah.
Early on in the season.
I was mainly talking about the idea of running 5 content creators on the team.
Oh,
and
right.
playing it at pro level. Let's not give Sentinel any more ideas, but
they'd love that.
Yeah, I mean they certainly would.
All right, so once more, both teams go 1 for 1 in pistols, and that's one of those strengths that I talked about for EG at the beginning of this tournament. It made them look utterly unstoppable.
Dude, I'm a flash on C, I swear, every single time.
Trying to work their way into the side, smoke in their face, and with the Bulldog, it's
Okay, very nice. Only one death can pick this gun up as well. Devi is here. They have all the guns. Nicely done. Only one pistol into this. They managed to get the upgrade from the fallen gun. Decent.
But Mindfreak could be happy about it anyway. On the other side of things, Com is now 1 orb away from having his pit down. And if EG want any chance of being able to get back into this, they need to be leaning heavily into that
Bonus is pretty good.
Other ults generating rounds, the snowball, the avalanche.
EG.
Com's actually playing this first part of the round alone, though. Just going to throw his orb down, at least to give him an opportunity to return back to A in the round.
Yeah.
See where he wants to play.
One way in the boombox to set it up, smoked across, and a flash in the face of Mindfreak. He has to
They got
get
the
out.
double kill trip.
Gives up the angle. It's 2 trips to play off of.
So Com's going to take this orb. Those trips are going to be dangerous in this half.
That's nice. Question mark is being created over towards C. We'll see how long that lasts for. Honestly, with Devi so far away, probably isn't going to get cleared for a while. This is a nice lark smoke as well. Blocks the vision from this. Good thing is they have double trip. This is nice lineup from here. Teams are starting to get like a lot of different lineups for this because it's nice to clear this with like a dog, have a molly that goes here and it creates pressure, especially when you can block vision with this wall. I like this a lot from EG. It's been a very nice round from EG. The problem at the moment is the double trip. Double trip flash smoke could be a nightmare.
Here it is. Sails through. Vulnerable duck in his face. TP's back out again. An idea and approach. These trips, will anybody be able to play off of it? Satchel to the side. It is latching onto them still.
Yeah, I reckon Mindfreak should just held strong here.
And the pit is down at their feet.
Wait, nice peek from
covering
Ethan.
fire just as it blooms. An attempt, a chance. The Forsaken, only to 1.
And I believe they're planted outside the pit there. Maybe I miss Zor.
No, I think that's inside, right?
Maybe a chance for them. Devi is low though, can't quite get the crosshair on the target. Devi revealing his position. Bit of spam into the corner.
I mean, this one's impossible.
Just an impossibility with the Viper's pit in his face.
God,
look
what
at
a
that gap
setup.
as well with the pit. I mean, there's a slightest gap there for Boostia to play in.
Honestly, respect. He had a good idea what was going on. Right, the bonus wasn't too bad, right? 2 guns, 2 armors, not too bad at all. Yeah, honestly, Mind Freak, if he held strong here, could have been pretty good, but potentially the util was on him. I didn't actually fully see it.
Looks like a nerdy Viper bot.
30 seconds left.
Little gaps where they know.
Felt like that kill might have been everything, to be honest. Ethan's kill.
Be able to play in the post. Ethan, Com being able to play
I think Molly and Nade run him. Makes sense, yeah. And then I guess he would have just got spammed, so it probably was the right choice. Massive rounds. Absolutely massive rounds. EG kind of have to win this one.
Hard to try and punish a player.
They didn't realize. They didn't know that Boostio was around the corner. If Jing had known, that nade is going through and they are blast packing onto him. Almost 10 times out of 10, I think.
Boostio's able to escape.
10 times out of 10.
Nice mid-rounding from EG. Breaking a lot of the util. Cam was spotted out as well, which was broken. Dragging players over towards C, while the rest of the team now work and set their sights onto A.
And Ethan one away from his ultimate. With a little bit of A control, they might be able to
it's kind of nice at the moment. There's so many question marks. If I'm like a little bit critical to PRX, the main thing that I would like to see more is maybe Divide just being able to rotate a little bit more so you can actually clear these. But they did clear the question mark with a 3-person push though. Door opens, they're going to reactively push onto A, surely. I say as they've walked into B site though. That's a huge kill. CGRS needs to kill 1. Yeah, it's unlucky.
Takes care of CGRS, the lone player, onto the site. Plant to go down. Let's see how this post plan gets
No, the
played.
camera didn't see him?
Forsaken's just missed his cam, I think.
Yeah, Comms owns this.
To clear out Com, or at least to give him some information.
Forsaken feels like there could be a player lurking through the main choke. It's an important fight to take. 3 players of PRX grouped up now.
Yeah, camera just didn't reach this corner.
And now, the entirety of EG can set their sights towards the back of the site. Nade sails over the top. Tavai finds the first onto just Com. Satchel plays in, but time is starting to run really short here. Team 1 still locking it down for the tree. Angle flash in their face. Back around Satchels.
Okay, nice handle from EG. PRX have to go down to an eco. That might be the big swing round that changed everything. Feels like it might be. We'll see how they go for their eco.
Starting to generate a comeback and knocking PRX's economy down into the dumps.
The kind of the main struggle for PRX at the moment for me is just like they actually have a very good comp at getting a lot of information, right? They have the Gecko that they could just throw up at Waterfall, and they have the Sky as well, and they're kind of not getting the info, and they're just getting overwhelmed in these sites. Yeah, hopefully now they kind of talk about it. They need to free up Divine. He's got to go get more info.
Inside the smoke, wondering if he should try and gain that info back for his team. And he just ended up a little
Forsaken never check corner, but this one was a little bit outrageous because so he does his camera here, right, and he's spotting all of this. So he thinks he's got a timing, but there's probably like a 1 second timing where this guy can walk into this before he's been seen by the camera, and then he just waits here for a long time. He checks his camera every so often, hasn't checked anyone walking in. Like this one isn't too bad. And then the other one was, I guess the other one's the alt one that you're talking about in Fracture, and that one is just, you wouldn't expect someone to be where he was.
There is a single player that steps up. Forsaken said
So
that
honestly, it's fine.
In that grand finals that they played.
Like both of them are pretty understandable. I don't know if there's another one, but
in moments like this, in an arena like this, sometimes you need a player to step up and take charge. Sometimes the hive mind.
Ayusha, what's up, dude? Ayusha with the 11 months. Thank you so much. Almost a year. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And you need a hero. So far in Masters Tokyo, they've been talking about how good CGRS was at that. That he's IGL for them in a couple of maps. Talk about unlikely heroes stepping up.
And here's an adjustment. 4 players to meet them.
Tarek streams one-sided. Yeah, but he's like, it's fair enough, bro. Like, and I think a lot of like NA fans as well. If you support the same team, it's nice watching like a watch party that's going through the same emotions as you. So it's just don't flame it. It's just it's just how it is, man. It's nice for people to watch. It's just a different vibe.
Chance of a timing Forsaken with the Sheriff.
Like you got to remember as well, he literally like plays with them pretty much every day. Like they're just his mates.
Players that were opening the door. Now he's getting crunched.
Yeah, he's the one who's going to be squeezed. Can't lose his rifles. Can't give this one over. This is a little bit precarious. Right through, vulnerable. No, spams down 2. Enough damage done. CGRS. He holds it
Okay,
down, but there was help on
clean,
the way.
fast round
Ethan,
one.
ready
Doubt
to
this is
clean
going to be
him
an
up, make sure
armor
that
rebuy,
rifle
but
from
their
forward
money's
there,
alright, so
hands.
maybe.
Very smartly
see how
played
this
by
goes.
Com. I think that's one of the big reasons why the Viper works so well against PRX. Just being able to vulnerable your opponents as they push you is a massive advantage.
Yeah, I want to see PRX do what they do best. Give me some W. Give me some map control.
But now, only one round separates these two teams. Ult advantage, though.
Doesn't have to be
slimly, I
crazy
would say, in
W,
favor
just
of
a little bit.
PRX here, with CGRS having Thrash online. It's good for information. It's good for applying pressure, retakes. Very versatile ultimate.
Beginning of this round, though, is going to be a quick dash towards the side of Rubble. With a flash over the top to supplement. Get some of that space towards A. Deep dart as well. Bush Joey was tagged up. Plenty of time, apparently, to adjust your aim enough and brings down Mindfreak. So, into the front of the site we go for EG. Clearing this one out. They don't know if the back of the site is compromised. Still going to have to potentially clear that one up. But
They have so many ults for this retake. Fish and Razor if they want a combo. But you need to relax. Yeah. Fish and Razor together should be super strong.
And here's Thrash. You might start to see it really pay off here. Any sort of detainment will be nice. Spam onto the corner. Ethan, he brings down Jing, but detained.
Wow,
so,
Ethan did incredibly well. What the hell?
Up. Far back angles. How do they approach this one with the defuse? They still have the wingman. Possibly get themselves onto it. That is beautiful.
That is so sick. That is actually so sick. That was really cool, man. That was really, really cool. Probably the best use of a Cypher ult I think I've ever seen. It really is.
They combine Trailblazer, Boombot, and Thrash together. So you can't possibly.
It was a really nice retake. 3 ults just used together really well.
And then the spam off the neural theft is.
Yeah, that's genius.
Yeah, that is
it's unusual. You don't think about it. Who else is playing Cypher on this map? Beautiful stuff. And the Boostio aggression giveth and it taketh away.
Okay.
Found one and then got caught.
Important round again for PRX, especially if they lose this 1,900 loss bonus. Like, this is everything. This is what I wanted to see, man. Do some aggro. They bring back their C punish. Whoa, demon missing. Where are we?
Making it a painful exit. EG left scampering.
Jeez. Wow, okay, that was a nice round. Really happy. I think this pause was everything for PRX as well. I love what I'm seeing here. This was nice. And do you know what I really like about PRX is they use this punish all the time over towards C, and they haven't used it for ages, right? And then it kind of gets into the mind of EG, right? They're just like, okay, we haven't seen this, maybe they're not going to do it at all. And then they just bring it out. It was great, because this was something that they were doing all the time. It's actually a little bit different, because they didn't have the camera contact. They were just straight off doing it with the timing. So that was pretty cool.
And yet the big moment, the pressure, the speed that both teams have been playing at causes those kind of errors.
EG are fine with money, though. They can buy into this.
Yeah, the faster plays, man. We've been hearing teams talk about it.
Definitely. That was something that EDG's coach talked about a ton. That they just got baited into playing the high-tempo game and they couldn't hold on.
You don't keep the diligence. Like you said, you know, that trap play, that works. In that instance, right here, right now, maybe because this is a big game. You know, you're in this new arena, thousands of people watching you. Lower bracket finals, no more second chance.
Scroll up to see Sliggy Knives. God damn, man. That's outrageous.
One of the other ways that PRX baits you is that
honestly, though, me on Jed is not a pretty sight, man. Oh my goodness.
And then they'll throw a trap play at you, some set coordinated piece of defensive aggression on many of their maps that takes you off guard with how coordinated it is. And that's quite a standard trap play that they just showcased.
There's a lot of ults. A lot of ults. The money's relatively good because they got a 2,900 loss bonus after this. So, like, they can bring out the attack op.
Listen, not exactly the one-to-one in terms of the roles, but they are just plugging and playing them in.
I mean,
with his Gecko knowledge here, and now PRX up to 11.
Love this, though. Map control. This is what they've been missing. This is so nice. I actually love that pause from Alex. I thought it was perfect.
How's he going to clear this close corner? Because look, it's CGRS. He's posted up deep onto Rubble.
I mean, this is exactly where the Snakebite lineup goes if Com wants to send one in.
They do have util to clear it. At least the lineup in the back mines, we've seen Com use it.
There's actually more of an aggressive fight happening.
Wow,
over
this
at
is
C.
wild,
Jing
by the way. If you
full
look
blind,
over
still
towards C
holding
right now,
W.
Dog went
Himself
out,
into
they
the corner.
flashed, and then he
Look at
plays
the
close. He was going to get
disrespect
into this
being
corner
shown.
that in theory the Dog had
Does not
checked.
care.
I like the
Tanking
idea of
two
it, but he did
flashes.
second guess it.
TP
That's
across. Setting
huge
up the
pick.
jump spot.
Yeah, and again, they
Vi
just
looking
were
for that
not
information.
expecting
Punish
this.
for the attack side up, so finally revealed.
Not expecting the op at all.
And that'll be a surprise for Paper X too.
Going to walk back in CGRS? Okay, it's all up to him.
Expecting it.
Wait, they're going to
Where
be?
are EG going with this? 45 seconds. It's time for a lockdown, and it looks like they're going to take B control.
Lockdown, door opens up, an attempt to try and punish this one. There's a fight being taken as
Ooh,
well.
nice
Punishing
info.
all over
Another
towards
nice pick.
Mound. Jing is there. He's going to hold on. Shots right
Dude, the
through
op
all.
the op
Lockdown's
spam
really
through the
getting off
door
here.
as
Fight
well.
needs to be won. Backing away with the satchels. No players detained, and the site is theirs. Viper's Pit. Drop through. Wallbang spam angles. They got lineups on lineups for days, but Demon One will put down any sort of funny business with the very funny gun. No chance in hell. Demon One is ripping off.
And it was a really
Heads,
nice round.
taking names off the list,
In
isn't
terms of the money over here,
Finally making this one
1,900 and all of this, it's only going to be
Great game
Forsaken
plan from
that
EG2.
it struggles a little bit of money.
Looked like CGRS was going to be difficult for them
That's
to deal
alright.
with over by Rubble. They just ignore him completely. I like the patience too that EG demonstrated in this round. Jing was a constant problem for them. And so they dealt with all of the supportive elements
Sweet.
and have left Jing until the very end
Okay.
to mop up.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't offer him any
they
early
needed
fights.
to win it. They
Pick off
did.
his support with an operator,
Used a lot into it, but
head to the other side of the map.
and now they know that there's an op in play in terms of
Use your
Paper
ults to be
X.
able to get
So I
into
wonder
a
how they're
side
going to
exec
approach
properly.
this.
It's nice. It gets EG up to 9, but Paper X is still in control of this map.
For most of this map, it's felt like there's just been that 2-round deficit. You think back to the half as well, when it was 7-5, it's just been carried all the way forwards.
Definitely.
The narrowest of leads, still held by Paper X, still in control.
And an operator on the field. For Devi over on the C site, not going to be contested early. Instead, the clash at Rubble.
Oh my!
And it's Boostio's op that comes out on top.
Man, the
The
confidence
flash
is
over the top that was
flowing.
not detted. CGRS
Dude,
was trying to
this
play
guy when he
anti-flash,
brings the
that's why
op
it's back
out
towards
gets
all of them.
crazy impact.
Trip's gonna be cleared
Sacrificial
out.
trailblazer just goes to take the trip. And now that forces Paper X to go for info peaks.
Yeah, it feels like
Not
an
what you
attack
wanna
op
do.
against Paper
You're
X
up
is
against the
like
operator.
Not at all. Boostio's on
kind
such
of
an
strong.
aggressive risk
They love a
angle here,
peek.
though.
They love a
Spots
peek.
it. And there it
Yeah,
is.
dude, this is it.
Number one for the collection.
They worked it
Oh,
out.
and he opened though. He had util
Okay,
in
there
his
is a
hands,
small-
and the cage cut him up from the rest of his team.
Kinda
There
love
was
it.
no follow-up.
Kinda
Forsaken
love it.
tucks himself into the corner.
No way.
Into the
Oh
box.
god, I
Is
love
this gonna get
everything about
cleared?
it. I think it might work.
Some level of foresight. It's there, and a
Peeked.
re-swing. Spam him
Wow.
over the box. Demon One dashes forwards. Maybe not intended. Jogo.
both
He's
peeked.
got his back. Coverage in the moment. 40 seconds in the round. Plenty of time to take a breather, but they
my
opt to take the
God.
spike and get the plant
Oh,
anyway.
I like this. Where's the flash
Vi
gun?
left in that 1v2.
Oh, okay.
Giving
Sure.
away his position with the flash.
Yeah, and he's only got the op to do it. Smoke in his face. Paranoia. Sensory deprivation. Doesn't know where they are. Silent drop down. Still contacting. I don't think they saw him cross here, but there's so much to watch for. Yeah, Devi's got util, but does he choose to use it? Ult popped off.
Wait.
Clearing
Cleared through
backside.
into the back. It's pinged out. I think they know the Devi's here. Tap onto it. It's a weird plant location. Door rotates. He hears it. The footsteps perfectly sound baiting, perfectly noise
Okay.
baiting. There was no tap
Someone picking
from
up an
Devi.
op. Demon picks up
Didn't
the op.
exactly force the issue
Paper
for EG,
X.
but they chose to take the fight anyway.
2-4, so like 2-9-3.
another
Yeah,
one
they're gonna
out.
have to low by this.
Drop Paper X's economy down into rough territory. Not impossible. But ever since Boostio has gotten this operator online, EG have found victories out of it. I think it tames Boostio a little bit too. Some of his lurk timings have been overly aggressive, trying to make a play.
Yeah, they only
desperate
picked up
to
one op,
drag
right?
his team back into contestation on this map. And now he's
Yeah,
been able to
this is weird
find a
territory for
lot
them
of
because
good
they have to
opening
kind of
fights, you know.
they have to
It's also
somehow
slowed their
not
tempo
peek the
down.
op,
Instead of having to react to
which
Paper
is
X,
like
they can
it's hard
control
for
it
this
and
team not
fight
to
purely for
peek.
map
So maybe you
control.
just go what kind of like what
Going
Alex
into
was
some
saying
kind of
before, where
execute
maybe you
or
just
push
go
up
sheer
towards the site
aggression,
with a few,
and
you know,
that's the way that they
40
roll.
seconds, something like that on the clock.
They picked up both. Oh really?
Last time out for Paper X.
I'm pretty sure they dropped one at the
Bring
end,
this
right?
one over the line. It's a best of 5, sure, but you don't want to go 2 maps down.
Yeah, I'm
Serious
pretty sure they
not winning
dropped
this
one,
so winnable.
Paper PRX would not be unfamiliar with being 2 maps down in the BO5 and coming away with the win anyway. If you recall, they're the first team in VCT history.
Double up will be madness on attack, especially when you're about to face a low buy.
Previously saw it in Game Changers, but it took up until
Interesting they're giving it to Demon.
the Pacific Grand Finals against PRX for a reverse sweep to happen in this circuit. So they know they can do it. You'd never want to be in that spot though. No. Especially when this has been your map pick to start the series.
If you just look at ults though, PRX not too bad. 3 away from like their main
That's
2
close.
ults.
That's trying to catch Mind Freak on the jiggle.
More than dangerous. Bush is like, I think I'll take this. Okay.
While facing away to dodge any kind of trap flash setup. Though having said that, not as good against a Paranoia, which is free.
Okay, and they're playing super passive. They don't want to give them any picks. This is going to be a big test for this team. Can they not? Can they not face faces?
And Boostio's going around the map.
And honestly, EG kind of loving it.
One more left.
Maybe reading into this one, knowing that they're not gonna, they're either gonna go sheer aggression or no aggression at all, and then they can just go get 1 orb, 2 orb, 3. And they are pinging it at the moment, right? You see PRX look over, and they're just like, well, both of these orbs are gone. The Killjoy's 1 away. They're going for this orb here, and that's why Jing's coming over as well. So, what's the plan to break this? It's a very nice plan. Yeah, love this. Yeah, really, really good at the moment. A lot of this is still onto Mind Freak, though. Mind Freak just has to kill 1. It's a big 1-on-1 coming in.
And I've never seen a play like that.
Yep, Dizzy through the tiniest of margins over
Here's
the top
another
into
smoke.
the ceiling. Mind Freak. He's got to put a stop to this one. Smoke, let's
Oh,
cross
great
in,
flash.
Paranoia up. There's no real time to play with. Through the smoke, Comstore lands the shot, but where is the spike? It's
He's
going to
be able to get round the plant, right? It's close.
He's just saved them.
Time running so damn short, but I think they've just
Dude,
got
this
enough
is
to
still
extend it. Brought it into it, yeah. Here's the post plant. Ob still in the hands of Demon. 1, here's another one. Right for him, pushing deep into the spawn now, over the top, over the heads, Dizzy, lands Jing, he hasn't
Oh my god, they have no idea. Did he push through?
Clearing out everything, I cannot believe it. It's planted for him, a tap, he knows it. Com may have just made a massive play. One to save the map, a tap onto it, misses the shot, no bullets.
No bullets.
Reload. Another tap.
No one told him.
Doesn't know if it connects. Has to be a wide face. Half on the defuse.
Damn,
Shut down.
dude. No one told him about the bullets. I guess he didn't want to reload, didn't want to give away his pause.
One attempt by Com.
Oh man, that's devastating.
An unbelievably smart play to try and win the clutch there. But credit has got to go to PRX for that trap play that we witnessed over towards A. That's what really seals this round.
Yeah, this was cool though. Definitely saw them, like once I saw them get both orbs, I saw the pings over towards here and they had a pretty good plan for it.
Which was softened up earlier on.
Yeah, they did great. Just once they realized they got both of these orbs, they pressed tab. Could see it going up. They're like, well, they're going for the 3rd orb. It's EG. They love to play around orbs.
You look at tab.
Okay, 2 chances for them to take this. Still 2 big ults for EG.
Only 1 step away.
No, Boostio thought he made it back. He must have eaten that fast flash.
Made to look silly, foolish by
Oh boy, it's all going wrong.
Scrambling into the sight lines. Divide with the operator.
Man, you hate to see it, bro. You hate to see
Looking
it.
for any available option. You go one way, it's an operator. You go the other way.
Cam's spotting everything right now. Literally everything.
Cross-section of wires in the traps. All you got to do is drop down and you're going to be punished. Showstopper around the side. Ethan's there. Jorgman forwards. Can they really make something of this? Trailblazer around the side. It catches.
Oh my god.
Of course the punish is there. How has this turned?
Oh my god, dude. There is no way that they lost this. They tried to close it out a little bit too fast. Dude, their coach has just smashed the table.
What was that from EG?
A small smile on the face of Ethan. He knows that they've just absolutely robbed PRX.
Yep.
Forsaken was in his
They rushed it.
all of this
They
happen.
really rushed it.
How have those bullets gone through that wall to kill Jing? And then all of the aggression, proactivity
the flash was
coming out
great.
from Ethan's flashes.
But yeah, those 2 kind of sent it in.
That's masterful.
Alright, 2
it's dropped
chances
PRX
down to the
down
1
into a
chance, and that was a
shoddy
3v5 at
For
one
this,
point.
the final round of regulation, all on the line.
What chance that's been slipped out of the fingers of PRX. Could have been their map, grouped up towards mid. They're going to seek to punish. Still the turret in their face. What are they waiting for?
This is the first time they used their Omen contact play here.
Push this one back, but still holding this paranoia.
They were doing this a lot.
I mean, the traps have worked.
In the earlier games.
Hunting for flash, wide face, and
It's a
swing.
great one. Can they get out of there? No trade on this. Okay, they get another fast kill, but we've seen this go wrong. Divide has his ult, CJRS has his ult, and Forsaken has his ult. Boostio has his, so does Ethan. It's going to get a little weird. Dog goes in.
Rifles you really had, maybe. There's a chance now. Big player advantage. The Demon one falling. A lot of the initiative that's going to be in this round is going to be taken away from them. You don't have your jet player.
It's not a disaster just yet. They have lockdown seekers
Which
to
one
work
was it?
with.
Okay, Ethan's one. Trying to make a big pivot over towards A. Let's see when he rotates it gets out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really?
Pushed up behind. Only the Seekers, though, they have pulled players all the way into spawn. I mean, PRX are just collected there. It's like the round's just begun, man. 30 seconds remaining, and it's the double back, the double fake. EG are running right into
Divide
this
is
one.
ult, and all three of them are here now. They pivot over towards B. We've got nothing for it. This is going to be a good ult. If they get it down, they've got nothing to stop this. Anyone going for a hero play? There's one.
And a chance to Taken. Seeking to take the timing, but he's going to be punished.
Com's holding their back.
It is all about Com here. Yeah, Com has owned this.
Man.
How did PRX let this one slip?
Has to try and get some sort of detainment, but
Official goes in over towards here. Com is just security.
I'll give them a chance. 2 left standing here. No more rifles. Smoke's dropped down. Mindfreak seeking to clear through. Defuse started by the wingman. No damage, not enough time. The shorties, they break it down. Half of the defuse.
Oh
Maybe an
man,
opportunity, but
I'm
no.
telling you, the PRX coach must be losing his mind. Nicely done from EG to manage to do this, but oh my goodness, did they let this one slip.
From everybody across the team in round 23, sorry, and then immaculate calling from Boostio. That is mastermind. He has, in every sense of the world, finessed them there.
Nice. Let's go.
The Hive Mind was able to take down the mastermind just for PRX to get
Honestly,
into this match.
looked relatively calm. Fair play.
That was a beautiful round from EG to be able to get them into overtime. Pushing and pulling. And the 7-5 half ended up getting recovered.
Breaking of the fourth wall there, but here we go, getting into OT.
Got no ops, no attack op for this one, no nothing. EG now on defense. PRX on attack.
EG to pull off something ridiculous to even make it possible. PRX.
This is a different setup, Brett.
Yeah, full info at the moment over towards C.
Their defense in order to start winning those 3 rounds at the end of the first half. Now Boostio's hard anchoring A with all of his Killjoy utility here. I don't think he did this once.
Double door here, Boostio's just trying to get his eyes on the traces. Bit of counter spam.
This is nicely done. Forsaken's done a good job at pushing pushing C. Oh my god. Bro, what is that, dude? How does he do that?
Movement so clean, Jogamo seeking to
deny, stops
there's
the
plan, disrupted with 2 kills
Dodges
there,
all.
dodging off the showstopper. Nade at his feet,
That's unlucky they went back into the nade. Dude, that's a crazy round from Jing. How is this?
TikTok Omen put to bed. And Jing
How is that a
opens
thing,
and
man?
closes
That's
the
incredible.
round to get PRX up to map point. You can feel it, they are fired up for this.
Can't believe the movement here. I mean,
what an entry.
Man,
Yo,
yeah.
what? I mean, it's 2
How did he get both of those kills?
one after another. Just to break PRX in.
Yeah, and no one's ready for it. No one can trade it.
Alright, they got another chance there. Now we're on defense. This is where it was kind of going a little bit wrong towards the end. They get Devise op out. They've been doing this a lot in overtime.
Their Sky player has bought an op in overtime.
Yeah, they did this on Fracture, right?
Definitely.
Was it them? Yeah, it was them.
Certified
Jet is on a boat with Prime. Thank you so much, dude.
Tagging.
Thank you for the 5 months.
Away here.
Best EDG, yeah.
Got to break
You're
away
right.
from the action. Here's a mosh pit.
Oh, mosh pit. Oh my. That's good util to flood them out here, but damn, they did not have any guns out.
This time they're ready for it. The incredible PRX trap ends up biting them instead.
Kills collected. Mindfreak pushing through the smoke though. Risks have to be taken. TP was heard, spamming into the smoke. Which direction do you really want to go in here, though? See the diligence, just using that util against the box there, onto the close corners in case somebody was hiding.
They know the positioning of Mind Freak roughly. He gave it away with the paranoia about 5 seconds ago.
30 seconds left, Josh. They're going into B here, into the connector. Jing, he hasn't been dealt with.
He has
Still
an
has an
aid.
aid and a satchel. Jing, he's pushing forwards.
I mean, look at them. They just don't expect it. Like, why would you? It's wild what he's doing. Okay, he's now 1 kill away from getting his ult. There's 20 seconds left, and Omen's still here. Omen Flash is incredible. He still gets the kill. What the hell is going on, man? This is madness. If Jing gets a kill,
maybe onto the site themselves. He needs to get this
God, you got the plant, bro.
seconds left. Brought down, stunned out. Has to stick.
Oh man, he got the kill, got his ult.
Is a monster.
Jing in overtime, that was outrageous.
Both rounds of overtime. Jing puts on a masterclass.
Insane.
What on earth was going through